Let me take y'all back, man. As I do so well. Imagine this. You a little nigga, frolicking, not a care in sight, strolling down the street, and all of a sudden, you pass by a pizzeria. What's that say on the window? Slices of pizza for $1. Gee willikers, what a deal. You walk in, and what's the first thing you see? A handsome nigga with a stash. You ask him for the slice. He puts out his hand. You give him the dollar, and then he pulls out the goods. You take your first bite. Ooh wee! You thank him for the service and be on your merry way out towards the sunset. But then you realize something. Walking is for fucking losers. So you decide to take the bus. The driver opens the door. The fare is $2.25, and since that pizza was $1, you have enough to get home. You get home and reflect on the perfect day you had. I bet y'all thought that was the end of the story. Well, you're fucking wrong. Because you can't get that pizza out your head. The taste. Oh. The smell. Oh. The stash. So you submit to your cravings and decide to go back the next day. You wake up, but something feels off today. You make your way back to that pizzeria. You walk in and see some ugly ass Albanian nigga with a weak ass stash. You ask for the slice with glee on your face. He sticks out his hand. You give him the dollar. He then proceeds to look at his hand and look at you all stupid. Little boy, he says, it seems you're a little short. But it's $1 slices, you respond. No, 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 little nigga. It's $1.05. Wait, fuck you mean it's $1.05? It was $1 yesterday. Well, that was yesterday. Today is today, gang. But mister, why is it like that? Because these treacherous terrorists are terrorizing the thoughts of the people. Tarif, your name is Tarif, by the way. After a brutal exchange, you acquiesce, and although the pizza still tastes the same, you made sure to let that nigga know you were upset. He didn't give a fuck. After leaving the pizzeria, you decide you didn't want to be sad and walk, so you decide to take the bus again. But because of that extra 5 cents on that stupid ass pizza, you are 5 cents short. You're sure the driver's gonna let it slide because who can say no to this face? The driver did and closed the door on your ugly ass. Now you gotta walk home like a loser. You, the audience, are probably wondering, how does this fit into the context of the video? I don't know. But anywho, yo, how y'all doing? Don't care that much. I'm here with a topic I would like to discuss. Real quick, I was on Twitter. I mean X, actually. And I was swiping through X, bruh. And tell me why I seen that new reveal for season 5 of the Phineas and Ferb series. And as a person who used to watch that show hella, I was against this. I know this is gonna get on my ass, but I ain't let Twitter know this, cause them niggas really get like that though. You could really get doxxed for saying bananas are yellow. Crazy as fuck, right? But all jokes aside, bruh, it dawned on me. Why bring this show back? It low-key had a good ending in my opinion. Shit went on for too long to begin with. They had 13 summers in one fucking season, bro. Come on. And if we looking at the bigger picture, we gotta ask ourselves this question, bro. Is change really a good thing, bro? I mean, yeah, it could be refreshing for the soul, but at the same time, I feel like it's perspective too. I mean, look at SpongeBob.
What is?
SpongeBob was one of them shows that everybody was always making references to. Ask a random shorty in their 20s, shit, maybe even their 30s, and they would always tell you their favorite childhood show was SpongeBob, bruh. Comparing the first few seasons to now, it just don't feel the same. I feel as time went on, the show lost its original flavor, bro. The type of flavor that made niggas look back and smile out of nowhere while drowning in a catacomb filled with their own nostalgic optimism. To be honest, this is coming from a nigga that actually liked the first few seasons after the first animation change. So, I don't know. I'm indifferent on the topic. Aside from all that, I'm gonna be completely honest. I hate, and when I say hate, I mean this nigga levels of hate. Hate the transition of movies to series in terms of the MCU. And it is low key one of, if not the main reason I stopped watching Marvel, bro. But all hate and bias aside, bro, I know y'all seen She-Hulk twerking with Meg Gang. And I'll tell you right now, when I first seen that shit, I was like, gang, what the fuck is Marvel doing, bro? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with a little like booty quake here and there. But the timing of this was like pretty fucking weird because like a month prior, she just gotten into it with like Tori or something. It was just a little coincidental. Like they were trying to push some kind of like women empowerment thing, which I have no problem with. I mean, do your thing, like you go, girl, and slay and all that. But I low key searched up what the plot to She-Hulk is, because again, I don't watch none of that shit. And it said She-Hulk, attorney at law, follows Jennifer Walters, a lawyer who happens to be She-Hulk, duh, as she juggles her legal career and superhero life. What the fuck do these 2 points have to do with twerking, bruh? It's just like, I don't know, bruh. Coming from that, though, as niggas, hey, as a society, we gotta be honest with ourselves. We low key find any opportunity to put both genders down, bruh. But mainly broads, gang, real spill. When the trailer for the new Ironheart series came out, my first thought, wait, she's a girl. My second thought, and she's black. And my third thought, damn, niggas finna have a field day with Shorty. Hold on. I want y'all to see some of the shit these niggas was saying on X, bro. Cause you know X is just like a whole fucking like hallway of just hands popping up at you, like just trying to like fuck you up. I think we're overdosing on black main characters. They're only 13% of the population, for Christ's sake. Marvel. Just take the tax write off. No one wants this woke garbage. Absolutely embarrassing for Marvel. The MCU is on life support, and this is the best you have. Put black women in everything. They will love it. Cloud emoji. It's crazy as fuck because niggas try and use the word woke, and me personally, I don't care for anything racist. I don't really care. It don't really bother me. Like if it's a problem to you, then like go crazy, my nigga. I'm not gonna stop you. But me personally, I just laugh it off. Like that might be a bad like reaction to some of y'all, but I don't really give a fuck. Like live your life, my nigga. Like if you let it bother you, you let it bother you, my nigga. But at the same time, they use the word woke just as a cover up to hide their racism, and it's really apparent. It's crazy as fuck. I understand. Some niggas haven't been out the crib since the 1920s, but gang, dames can vote now, bro. You can come outside. It got so bad that when niggas pulled up articles from the tombs of Stan Lee, which actually showed that Black Girl Iron Man was indeed real, might have not been like comically correct to Lee standards, but the broad still exists. But besides all of that, I do see the point of the average viewer. It seems they're trying to force something that people, I have no idea why, are comfortable with. They're forcefully trying to change mindsets to instill points of views instead of ushering their points gradually to the point where we could look at all the little notes and hints and get the central idea of all those points. Kind of like when an artist drops snippets instead of dropping the whole song so they can make their fans and supporters crave more of their music. And with all the sudden backlash of the latest releases of TV series, it shouldn't be hard to come to a grasp that the audience don't want anything to do with none of that shit, bro. And I guess we would have to wait till everyone is on board and comfortable with the idea of a broad being the main focal point of the show. And you, I bet the question you're asking is, why though? Why is it like this? The answer I have for you is, I don't really know. But if I had to give my opinion, though, it would be more perspective, to say the least. You ever heard the saying, you can lead a sheep to water, but you can't make it drink? The same goes for human beings. If you're conversating with a person and they're telling you their icks and you feel the opposite way about that, you can try all as you might to convince them, but that doesn't mean they'll be on board with it just because you're passionate. They may understand, but they're not completely on board. And why can't that be the fine line? Understanding. It means I see your point and I see that you're content with the way you think, but you gotta understand the way I think as well. You gotta see I'm not ready to step out on that porch with y'all, and it'll take more time for me because everybody moves differently. And that's one thing we gotta help these studios understand. Stop trying to push meta and keep your audience at heart. Produce bodies of work where it will have people reminiscing about the past, love the present, and have hope for the future. Not to step on anybody's parade, but I do agree there are some niggas that just hate to hate. And to you people, I say live your life, and I wish none but the best for you in the upcoming seasons. In conclusion, change isn't good nor is it bad. We can learn to slow down on the change and focus on stuff that people want to see instead of what people need to see. Or a mix of the two. I don't know. Perspective. Get the fuck on.